Before the construction of Deputy President William Ruto's Weston Hotel, this land was home to the Kenya Civil Aviation Authority's central stores where equipment and spares were kept, and the plot had been earmarked by the authority for the construction of its headquarters.
So when you look at that, on that way is Little Langata Road.
But according to KCAA's submissions before the National Lands Commission on Wednesday, the ownership of the plot was transferred to a private entity against the advice of senior government officials. NLC is probing the acquisition of the 1.7-acre piece of land by Ruto, who was represented at the sitting by senior counsel Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi.
The KCA management and the board has never at any one time given a consent or agreed to surrender this title to any person.
Wednesday was the last day for contesting parties to make their claim before the commission decides whether or not the current title deed that gives ownership to Weston Hotel Limited shall be revoked.
There is really no purpose in depriving my client of this property when you cannot assign any blame to it in terms of how it acquired, the consideration it paid, and the history of the property subsequent to its allocation.
Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi told the commission that Ruto bought the land legitimately. Of controversy is how the authority vacated the land in 2002 when it was allocated parcels elsewhere, and the manner in which the then DCA stores were relocated.
Has stores on the same land, it moves the stores. The PS is not aware. He's asking for a report. Was this report ever given?
That was not a decision of KCA management or KCA board. That some people have been in KCA staff colluded to move the stores, and thereafter a development starts.
According to documents before the commission, the transfer of this land from public to private utility took effect on 30th of August 2002 when it was allocated to Priority Limited just month to that year's general election. In January 2003, the then PS for Transport and Communication Sami Chungu wrote to the then Lands PS Francis Bayer, noting that land had been fenced off by a private developer. And the letter to Bayer, Chungu said, and I quote, "I want to further reiterate the earlier position of this ministry that the said plot is not available and is among the very important inventory of assets which the government is expected to transfer to the KCAA and should not be allocated to any other party." According to the letter, the PS wanted the government plot safeguarded since it had attracted a lot of interest among private developers. On 13th of June 2007, Priority Limited transferred the land to Western Hotels Limited and Monena Investment, ignoring advice from the PSS.
My client is not from Mass. My client is a Kenyan who bought this property in the normal course, and it has put it into a normal use. And I think it is in the interest of everybody that since Kenya, the authority now has been given an alternative land.
Enoch Sikolia, Citizen TV, Nairobi.